Snowfall, Season 6, Episode 8, titled The Ballad of the Bear. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Grinders and Grindettes as well. I go by the name of The Black Abstract. If you're new to the channel, I urge you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. I urge you to go to my website. It's called PrayForBuffalo.com. You can get you some merch. This is an exclusive drop right here. It's called the Louis V Buffalo drop. It's been going crazy. I'm almost sold out. If you want one, you can go on the website, get one before it's sold out. Might be sold out already. Go on the website, get one, and it goes for a good cause. As you know, it was a mass shooting in Buffalo that took place on May 15th, where 13 people lost their life. So part of the proceeds do go to the families of the victims. Now let's get into this episode, man. I didn't know how they were going to go from the last episode. I thought that we knew what was happening in the trailer, but I didn't know it was kind of a direct continuation from Jerome's funeral. We see everybody at the repast. You got Einstein, he got the airbrush shirt. You see Leon and Scully finally making amends. And I saw a lot of people talking about that when Jerome got killed. They were saying that Scully looked like he wanted to kill Leon during the process, and I didn't think that was the case at all. I thought he just looked like, I got shot. What the fuck we doing here? We gotta get the... Jerome's dead. His mind was all over the place. But I've really enjoyed Scully's character development throughout these seasons. I'm glad they didn't get rid of him. Also was telling somebody the other day, I wish they would have kept Manboy. I think Manboy would have been a great ally for the Saints. But, he was just too ambitious. But other than that, seeing Leon and Scully, Leon was balling his heart. Because that really hurt Leon when he killed his daughter. And I don't know if they ever had to sit down and talk about that. That's dope. But listen, if they do a Snowfall spinoff, what you're talking about doing with Gail Bean, having Leon in there and having Scully as a Leon, having a Scully-Leon team up would be dope. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't mind seeing just all the shit, the day-to-day that go out in the projects, from the spinoff, and then maybe we'll bring in some new characters and have some new adventures. And, Sane will be out the picture. And, maybe Leon's trying to figure out who the next plug is. I don't know. It'll be dope either way. But yeah, that was one of the things. I didn't see Dion at the repass, but he's not welcome. Obviously, him and Leon are beefing. We also see Louie. She was sick to her stomach. She had to run away. And we see Franklin was reminiscing about Melody. And listen, Mel is not Girl Mel. Girl Melanie is Tierra Tamara Mallory from the show The Game. Do not confuse them two. I saw people on Twitter calling her Girl Melanie. That's not Girl Melanie. That's just Mel. That's recovering addict Mel from Snowfall, not Girl Melanie. A lot of people were saying that they thought Gustavo was going to bite the dust today. Prior to me watching the episode, I had to do a call, roadside call, jumpstart for a lady. So I was late watching the episode, but I went on Twitter to kind of get an update and just to be abreast, and everybody said Oso was going to bite the dust. As you know, he's spending time with his family, with the kids, and he had a plan device to get them out of there. That's what the passports were for that Franklin made in the $2 million, I believe, was $1 million in cash? $2 million? Let me know in the comments how much it was, money-wise, in cash, to get them out of the country. And you see that work beautifully. And that's when I think when he got arrested, I think he was at peace because he's like, as long as I get taken down, then the family is good. But let's start from the beginning. We obviously see Franklin wanted to talk to Oso after the wedding, so that's why he came to the repass. And you see how Oso walks in the repass. Nobody flinches or looks. They know him. He's been around. Everybody knows this dude is about the shit. He gets his respect. But we can see Oso is scared as fuck. Louis is scared as fuck, and Franklin is nervous as fuck because they know if this plan don't work, it can go their way. And they know that Teddy can smell bullshit. That's one of the things he's very good at. He's an excellent. His shit detector is bar to none. And we see on the other side, Teddy's even nervous. And then we learned that the CIA last episode don't want nothing to do with Teddy. And when he had the conversation with old boy about getting the money, his bullshit detector went off. He knew right then and there he'll never be CIA again. Just the way the guy was going about it, because it would have been a formal introduction or a sit down with some higher ups paperwork involved. And the way he's telling him to do this is kind of like, this ain't good. So however they're going to get the money or seize the money, I don't know if he's going to even try to give it to him. But he's realizing that all this probably was in vain. It probably was for nothing because he's not going to get his job back. So with that being said, I mean, would you give Teddy his job back? He's kind of been reckless. He's did a lot of bullshit. He's killed agents. You know, it's not worth the risk. It's not worth the trouble. Also, we see that his girlfriend found his ring, and he goes to her and asks her. And this is like the only person Teddy is truly scared of because his girlfriend is just as unpredictable as him. And we see that she was looking and digging, and she found his mom's old wedding ring. And at first, he's mad, but then he realized what she wants, and she wants to get married. So he gets on his knee and proposes to her. And yeah, Teddy ready to tie the knot again. I don't know why, but hey, to each his own. Okay, next we see that Ruben is actually following also. But aside from that, we see that Louis and Franklin have a sit down and they devise the plan. And Louis lets Franklin know right then and there, listen, I'm only doing this because I don't want Teddy breathing down my back as well. Like at this point, it took for Jerome to die for her to realize I don't want to be in this game no more. Because if you can't do this and win and succeed and get all this money with the person you love, it's pointless. And that's just where she's at with it. It sucks that it took the untimely demise of Jerome just for her to see this, but it is what it is. And also, I want to point out the fact that Jerome directed this episode, or Eamon Joseph, I'm sorry, actually directed this episode. I thought he did a great job. And we need to see more of it. So aside from that, they put a plan in motion. Franklin tells Veronique, you know, listen, if I don't come back, I need you to take my mom and the baby. And I need y'all to get out the country. Take this money. Y'all get a right up on out the country. You know, and she's, you know, having a hard time struggling with that. But Franklin has accepted what can happen. You know, he's accepted the fact that I might not come back from this. And if I don't come back from this, you got to get the fuck out of here. So I respect that. Listen, that's the same mindset also had into this. That's the same mindset Teddy had when he came into this. They both came into this like, listen, this might not work out. I might not make it back from this. And you got to do nothing but respect that. Next scene, we're going to get into it. But first, let's have a word from my sponsors. Granddads and granddads, listen, I am proud to introduce my partnership with Manscaped. Yes, manscaped.com. Go there, into the promo code ABSTRACT when you check out. You get free shipping plus 20% off your order. Listen, look what I got. The Weed Whacker. If you get that pesky nose and ear hair, you can trim that with the Weed Whacker. I got the Lawnmower 4.0. Listen, this for your lower regions. This for your arm hair. Your lady will thank you. I'm telling you now. Ladies, if you need a gift for your man for the holidays or Christmas, etc., this is the thing to go with. You want to shave down here and you don't know how to tell them, this is the way to go. Fellas, if you need a gift for your father, brother, uncle, cousin, etc., I'm telling you, they got bundle deals. They even got boxers. Listen, boxers, they sent me a shirt. And listen, you got the crop preserver as well as the crop reviver. Make you smell good down there. Manscaped.com, promo code ABSTRACT. Go. Right now, I want you to go. Hurry up. Okay, so next we see that the plan gets put in motion. It's for Franklin to kind of get roughed up a little bit. We see Louis made the call in front of Franklin to set it forth in motion. And she had to be very smooth about it. Teddy bought it, but he's still cautious. But he pulls up with Veronique, and he gets on his knees. And he knows Louis been waiting forever to fucking do this. And he's like, all right, make it look good. And she's just welling him. He's like, come on, more than that, how than that. And you can tell Franklin feels like he deserves this. He needs to feel this. This is like the only time he can actually feel some emotion from somebody. And it comes in the form of Louis, but he knows what it involves and what it entails. And he's feeling like, I'm deserving of this. Because like she said in the last episode, you know you're the devil, right? He says, yeah, I do. Franklin did a lot of fucked up shit to other people, to his family, to his man, his mom, his dad. He's just done countless messed up things, and I just think he feel like, yo, I deserve this right now. Like, she was wailing on him. He's like, she was running. She was putting all her little body weight into hitting that man. And then she just started pounding on him. And obviously, Scully had to take her off, but I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Veronique goes to the house, and then the whole thing, she winds up possibly having a miscarriage. We know she had some pain, and I knew eventually the stress was going to get to her. I was hoping, I don't want to say that because that might not be the case. She might not have order. I don't know. Anyway, as her, so Louis winds up calling Teddy, and he tells her, "Listen, leave him at this location by himself. You leave." And he said, "I don't know if anybody's around," and he just has this playing emotion. He wants to just be Teddy or Louis and somebody else. Nobody, not a bunch of people. If it's a bunch of people, he said, "I know it's a setup, and it'll be trouble." So she does what he says. She leaves him in the yard, taped up for hours. And then he should have knew something was wrong because Franklin ain't tried to get up or hop around, staying there the whole time. So he should have right there. He should have been like, "Oh, this kind of suspicious," but I'm pretty sure he did some recon work to see if people were around. Oso was supposed to meet up with him, but he winds up getting nabbed by the DEA agent because earlier he had to do a arms deal or a deal. I don't know if it was an arms deal. No, it was just a coke deal, and he had to take one of the agents with him, and they were asking who she was, and he was like, "She's DEA," just to be funny. Because they're not expecting him to say that, but the agent gets all hot and bothered, like, "Oh my God, he's reckless. Something's going on," and ultimately, that wound up causing her life because as they were transporting, also wanted to make the call for Teddy to confirm. As soon as he does that, they pull up on him and arrest him. And they told him, "Listen, we saw that your family moved away. We know you up to something. What's really going on?" She ratted him out to the one agent. As they're transporting him, we see Ruben winds up, I don't know what the maneuver's called, but he winds up hitting the car, winds up spinning around. I don't know if he killed the agents that were in the car. I hope he did because that one old dude, I can't stand him. And also, the guy in the front, I couldn't stand him either. And I was glad the girl got popped too because, like I said, she deserved it. And then he's like, "Listen, I've been watching Teddy and Franklin. You got to go finish your mission." So he takes Oso to the warehouse. And we see that, they played a role. Ruben got him, he got the gun to him. He's telling, and this was by the hair of his chinny chin chin because I don't know what the hell kind of cocktail Teddy made that he's about to put in Franklin. But they thought it was over for Franklin. He had Franklin hanging by his neck, feet on a garbage can. He's on a noose, and any minute he can go. And he's about to stick something. He's like, "Yo, it's just going to be nice and slow, which is better than what you deserve." I thought he was going to torture Franklin, beat him up a little bit, stab him a couple of times, do him like he did his dad. But I guess he was just going to do it painless and quick. And he was just about to put that shit in him before they walked in. And Ruben had the gun to Oso. He's telling Oso to cuff Teddy to the forklift. Then he's telling him to get all his guns. Teddy's trying to tell him, like, "Listen, I got a gun on me." Oso grabs it. Ruben's not falling for it. He's like, "Yo, put the gun up, blah, blah, blah." They wind up getting into a tussle. Oso let all that anger out, winds up throwing Ruben around. I thought he killed him, but if you looked in the trailer for the next episode, he's actually got him on a chair tied up. And then we see that Oso goes to cut down Franklin. And Teddy's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Gustavo, we're like, "What are you? No, Gustavo." And we see the tide change. He cut him down. He cut Franklin down because Franklin had lost. They were fighting, and the can got kicked. So Franklin was almost out of here. He's fighting for his life. And, Gustavo got him down. He put the can back up, wound up cutting him down. And now the ball is in Franklin's court. Now, I just hope Franklin don't take too much time. Obviously, he wants his money back. But I feel like he can get his money back without Teddy being present. So I think he should just knock off Teddy and then press the guy that took his money to transfer his money back. That's what I feel like he should do. But we know that won't happen because it seems like Teddy doesn't have the capability to get the money back for some reason. It just seemed like it's a hassle. I know things were different back then. It ain't like CashApp or Venmo or whatever, Zelle, where you just send the money back over. So I get it. But it still seems kind of odd. I don't know why he's stalling with this money. who knows? 73 million, I wouldn't give it back either. I probably would have been out the country, gone. They never find me, but I don't know. Teddy, I don't know what's on Teddy's mind. I really don't. Other than that, man, I thought this was a decent episode. It sucks that we're only getting 2 more episodes and it's going to be done. I like the season, but I don't like it because it's everybody's, the other seasons, it was a team. It was like a family effort when they took people down. Not last season, but like the seasons, 1 through 4, it was a family affair. And then, obviously season 5, that's when everybody started getting divided. And, we don't have the original crew no more. So it's like anybody can go. So it's sad, man. It's sad. But I will say, this last season is a lot better than that Wu-Tang bullshit. And I'm going to do a review for that tomorrow. They dropped the ball on that a lot. So anyway, post your comments below. I want to know what you guys thought about this episode. I was trying not to be too long-winded with this. Where we at 16 minutes, so we're not too bad. But like I said, post your comments below. Let me know what you liked, didn't like. If it's anything I left out, we can talk about it in the comics. PrayForBuffalo.com. Go to Manscaped.com. Peace.